Okay, so I just finished watching a really long movie from Nova, Intelligent Design on Trial. It's a 12-part movie. And I found it very interesting. It brought up this whole discussion in my mind of what I've been taught as a former fundamentalist and what I have been taught again as an evolutionist. And it goes through my mind, well, what are the proponent factors? What does a fundamentalist believe in intelligent design versus an evolutionist believe in evolution? Well, the first part is probably the age of the Earth or the galaxies, but we'll use the Earth. The age of the Earth, according to intelligent design, can be measured in thousands of years. The age of the Earth, according to evolution, can be measured in billions of years. And that's a really strong point, because if the Earth is only thousands of years old, that would make evolution impossible due to the long periods of time it would take for species to propagate and continue genetically making themselves better, basically, over time by passing on genetic traits to their offspring. As well as creation, intelligent design, which is in-a-box creationism, also purports to believe that there is some creator or intelligent designer. And evolution says, no, that's not necessary, that it can begin on its own and continue on its own, and by on its own I mean life on its own, very easily. Just takes a long time. Intelligent design, those are probably the two main things. I mean, you could break them down, really break them down, but that would be it. So I started thinking about what I've been taught as a fundamentalist, why intelligent design works. The first one would have to be because of faith, believing in the existence of something else that we can't see, hear, feel, touch, smell, and hold that up as scientific basis or fact because we believe it exists. Once you believe that something exists, even if it's not there, just about anything becomes possible or probable. For example, a 6-day creation. It can pretty much be proven because, if God exists, he can do anything. Evolution purports that God can't be proven because there's no proof for his existence. And there are people in the middle. Okay. So is intelligent design science? Or is evolution science? Or neither one science? Or are they both just reasonable theories that should be held up in science against each other? Okay. And especially, should they be taught in public schools? Or in schools at all? Well, to first go back to my first question, is intelligent design science? According to the federal government, it's not. In fact, intelligent design is anything but science. It's religion trying to be taught in a scientific way. That was according to a federal judge in the case of, I just watched, Nova, Intelligent Design on Trial. And it's been purported that, hey, maybe the judge was biased and he decided, no, he was actually assigned by President Bush, who we all know is an advocate of intelligent design. He was also a Republican. And he was appointed by one of the staunchest fundamentalists in Congress. So no, he definitely had he was Republican, okay? And as far as Republicans go, I'm sure he has his own biases. The whole thing is, though, this was not about Republican or Democrat. This guy really believes that intelligent design, after being weighed with all the evidence of 3 weeks that he was given by scientists who believe in proponents of evolution themselves, and finding no variable for the intelligent design, which you can watch yourself, there's just nothing there. They have no theory. They said that themselves on intelligent design. They just want it taught. Well, if they have no theory, it can't be called science. Then the argument was, well, what is a theory? Well, a theory is something that you take a lot of data and you continue to run test after test after test and test it. A good example of this is the theory of gravity. If I drop something and it falls repeatedly, that could be a form of data that I put out there and say, well, if I drop something it falls, we'll call it gravity. Newton. Now, wait a minute. What if I test that against the laws of gravity? If I drop a heavy bowling ball, like a 10-pound bowling ball and a 5-pound bowling ball off the same building, and what will they drop at the same time? Then you go with the theory of relativity. Well, if the theory of relativity fought against the theory of gravity, let's say the 5-pound bowling ball went up in the air and the 10-pound bowling ball fell down, you would have a problem. But both of those theories both conform to each other, and they work beautifully, as do hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of other theories work with gravity. Space flight works with gravity. Everything moves to the theory of gravity. And everything in science moves to the theory of evolution. Biology. You can't have biology without evolution. You cannot have the study of genetics without evolution. It just goes on and on and on and on. So, it's been disproven in a court of law. It has been disproven in my mind that intelligent design is science. Well, yes. Is intelligent design science? No. It can't be proven, disproven, added to, taken away from, because I simply cannot hold it in my hand in any way, shape, or form to prove it. I cannot prove that everything just came from nothing. Therefore, it can't be science. There's just no way to test it. So what is intelligent design? And should it be taught in schools? Well, intelligent design teaches us that everything came as it was. Example, a bird came with feathers. A fish came with scales. A human came as a human. Walking on two legs upright and talking and speaking as a human would. Evolution purports that we all evolved over a long period of time, not from what I love it. They say it all the time. The story of evolution, they call it. The story of Darwinism, they actually say, is that we accidentally keep jumping from one thing to the next. Evolution does not teach that, but rather it would teach that over the course of millions and even billions of years, depending on what species you're talking about, what subculture species you're referring to, we are talking about not a random series of events, but rather mutations caused very slowly that will make it easier for that species to survive. Easiest way to explain that is with the butterfly. You have one species of butterfly mating with another species of butterfly, and they continue to mate, continue to mate, continue to mate, and over a period of time, millions of years, one butterfly starts to develop the exact same color as another butterfly that tastes terrible to birds. That would be something that would help it survive a lot longer, and so it can pass on its genetic traits. Darwin discovered this in the many, many, many species of finches that were outliving the other species of finches due to the fact that they could break open nuts better, they could get into the trees better, they could get the bugs better, and of course the bugs are evolving as well, trying to get away from the birds. It's a simple matter of survival of the fittest in evolution. Anyway, that is this theory of evolution in a nutshell. The theory of intelligent design is that everything came into being. Well, everything came into being from what? An intelligent designer. Where is it? How do I study that? Where is the intelligent designer? I don't know. What's the purpose? Is there a reason for me even being here? You go out in nature and you try to discover, well, why is it intelligent designed this way? What's the purpose of it? Why? There's no reason. And the whole purpose of this is just unbelievable. But I'm going to have to make a second movie, because I'm at 9 minutes and 34 seconds, to explain the dangers of teaching intelligent design or creationism in the same essence and the same language as you would teach a theory of evolution.